Google and Facebook track you and save every piece of information they find, which is creepy. But not everyone is ready. I know I need to study German, but I don't have the time for it in my life. If only. Internet privacy is essential. Everyone needs it.
when a balloon and okay. When Jesus got out, he can need a dada. When Jesus got out, he can need a dada. Jesus, when you remember, Jesus, when you can feel the move, you need a government. Jesus Matara, you need a government. Jesus Matara. When Jesus Matara, he can need a Gamalaga. When Jesus Matara, he can need a Gamalaga. Jesus, when you remember, Jesus, when you do what you wear, you need a government. When Jesus Matara, you need a government. When Jesus Matara, when Jesus Matara, he can need a place to Gamalaga. When Jesus Matara, he can need a Gamalaga. Jesus, when you remember, Jesus, when you can feel the hope, you need a government. When Jesus Matara, you need a government. When Jesus Matara. Asina mejeride, anda EBONYI nyomo, ndage atuego, iya jobola, nijinadi owege, onyebe, ndelegi na panakagi, anakasi vobi, kimo, asina mejeride, anda EBONYI nyomo, ndage atuego, iya jobola. Inagi omegi onege, ndelegi na panakagi, anakasi wagi. Asiname jeje, nanda EBONYI no, ndagi atwebo, iya jabula, inagi omegi onege, ndelegi na panakagi, anakasi wagi.
Of course, the radio right now is on, and our online TV is on. 3, 2, 1, 0. We are on air. So, fellow compatriots, fellow Biafrans, ndị Igbo ibe m, onye ukwu, onye nta, ma nwoke ma nwanyị, ndewenu. Ndụ mmiri, ndụ azụ, ndụ nwoke, ndụ nwanyị. Ya dịrị onye mma, dịrị ibe ya. Egbe bere, ugo bere. Anyị na-asụ ọbasi dị n'igwe na ihe anyị bụ n'uche ruo obodo anyị wụ Biafra ka ọ gazie dịka gị na nwa gị wu Jehova si tụwa anyị ya. Ọ wụ dị n'ike anyị ma ọlị ma ọlị, kama na ọ bụ n'ike nke gị. Anyị na-agba mbọ dịka mmadụ nke ikere n'ụwa. Mgbe ọ bụla o jiri masị gị sị na anyị ga-alara obodo ahụ i kwere anyị na nkwa, Jehova ka uche gị mee. Anyị na-ayọkwana gị ka anyị na-ala ala Biafra, ndị iro ahụ n'anyị, anyị ahụ na ndị iro. Onye fekwana anyị ọgụ na-agụ ya, ya na nkịta zukwuru. Anyị ga-aga n'udo, ọbụladị na ndị iro bịa chọ ka ha kpochara anyị ụzọ. N'ike nke gị, Jehova, anyị ga-emeri ha. Agụrụ agaghị agụgbu anyị, akpịrị agaghị akpọ anyị nkụ, kama na ihe niile i kwere anyị na nkwa na ndụdụga ndụ niile, anyị ji obi ọcha na-asị gị ụzọ ọbụla anyị wụ ndị Igbo, anyị wụ ndị Biafra, anyị jiri mejọọ gị bụ ekekere ụwa gbaghara, maka na anyị mere ka ihe ka asụ dị na mmiri, anyị agaghị aga gọọ mmiri. Gbaghara, anyị emehiele gị n'ụzọ dị iche iche. Ọ bụ eziokwu, o teela anyị bidoro ekwu okwu Biafra, anyị agarubeghị, mana anyị nwere nchekwube na ebe ị nwere ike iduru ụmụ Izrel n'oge gara aga site Ijipt kpọrọ ha mkpụrụ kụwafee mmiri na-acha ọbara ọbara, wee sị ha lekwe obodo m kwere na nkwa. Anyị nwekwara nchekwube ahụ na otu o si dịrị anyị n'obodo Biafra na-atụ n'oge na-adịghị anya na anyị ga-enwere onwe anyị. Ọ ga-abụ anyị nọdụzie n'obodo anyị, anyị agbakọlata na-atụrụ gị chi anyị ụmụma mma, sị gị otuto dịrị aha nsọ gị ebebe ebebe. Amen. Thank you once again, fellow compatriots, Biafrans all over the world, from different parts of the world where you are joining us right now. From those in the States of America, we must say good afternoon to you all. Those in Asia, we say good morning. Western Europe, we say good evening. And equally those in Biafra land, good evening. From the studios of the Voice of Biafra International and the Biafra Broadcasting Authority, City of Munich, Germany, Ikenna Obibiagon is my name, your presenter. Of course, we are here regularly to talk to our people, to inform, to update everybody, and of course to give a critical appraisal of everything that happens in Biafra land and beyond. I have never been alone and can never be alone. I can never be alone. With me here are a team of Biafra patriots, men and women alike. Let me start from Ada Biafra. Of course, when I talk of Ada Biafra, we have two Ada Biafra. One right now is in Biafra land, Ada Biafra 1. We have the second Ada Biafra right now in Germany, Ada Biafra 2. Let me start from Ada Biafra 1, back home in Biafra land, because I say ability again, I get buzo kwanyere ugo na ala Biafra esnama esnulo arema tawanama. On the strength of this, let me have the pleasure, the deep pleasure, welcoming our honorable sister, a well-renowned personage, the affable beauty of Biafra land, the jewel of our land, our sister, Eberechukwu and Ibogo. Our sister Ndewo.
Broikan na ekele m gị. Biafra ndị nọ n'ụlọ ma ndị nọ n'ama, ndị nọ n'ofesi, ndị Igbo niile ebe ọbụla unu nọ. Nwanne unu nwaanyị Eberechukwu and Ibogo unu.
We are so much gladdened hearing your voice once again. People have been writing, asking, where is our sister Eberechukwu and Ibogo? To God be the glory that I've had their voice once again. As I'm watching the screen, people are sending some, they're happy, sending all these what do you call it? Something to show appreciation or excitement that you are here with us. Thank you so much for being with us. Now, we also from Biafra land right now come down to Germany from where we are broadcasting, the city of Dortmund, where Ada Biafra 2, a German lady, is with us. Ada Biafra from Dortmund, please say hello to our fellow Biafrans right now.
Hello from Dortmund. Hello to everybody.
Thank you so much, Biafrans from the globe have heard their voice, and to our honorable professor who is making sure that in case of any challenges, military or otherwise, Biafra shall no longer be starved. Professor Chinedu Abudike, the Foodism man. Professor, over to you.
Ụmụnne na ụmụnna m ndewonu o, ma ndị na-anụ Igbo na ndị na-anụ asụsụ ọzọ n'ala Biafra ekuchie o, ndị na-anụ Yoruba udo dị nsọnsọ abarie Koyo wee sị ha ncha ana m ekele ụnụ ncha ndewonu bịanụ ka anyị kụọ ugbo.
Ndewo, our honorable professor. We are confident. Why we are so much confident going anywhere is because we shall never be starved insofar as you have the lane functioning. Thank you so much for being with us. From Biafra land once again, let us move on to Japan. Echezana Udes. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Mr. General. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, all Biafrans all over the world. Thank you for listening to us. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Echezana. We welcome you. We equally move down from Japan back to Biafra land again. We are Bright, talking to us from the Polytechnic Naked is. Biafra, Bright, over to you. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ikenna. Good evening to everybody hearing my voice from the city of power over here. The very that the heart is right of the divine state.
Thank you so much, Bright, for being with us. Right now, talking to us from the Polytechnic Naked, Federal Polytechnic Naked. And from there, let us move down to Nigeria, the city of Lagos, the commercial nerve center of that flagellant country, where Jude Chijoke is holding sway. Jude Chijoke, over to you. Say hello to fellow Biafrans. Jude Chijoke. I've lost him. From Lagos, let us move down to, I don't know if Jude Chijoke is online. I know he's online, maybe he's not hearing me. Okay, while we wait for Jude Chijoke, let us move down to Denmark, where Udogo Nwenya is. Udogo, over to you. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening.
Thank you so much.
Welcome everybody who we are going to attend our meeting tonight. I believe that tonight shall be a good news. Thank you. We are here with you.
Thank you so much. Our brother, renowned journalist Peter Abakalo, was with us briefly. He said I should give him some few minutes. He's going to rejoin us. Likewise, Dr. Chukuma Egemba and Dr. Peter Ejeka equally joining from the States of America. Now, let me welcome Arize Ilo joining us and Eke Olivet joining us. Ike Chuku Amu joining us. Bato Opalug, of course, is there. Baba Obinna, Amechi Joel there. Franklin Ngozichi is there, of course. Kingsley Ejofo is there. Tony Ofo equally there. EC Henry is there. Ejike Igbo. Pat Peters, of course, is always with us. Wisdom Zig Hezekiah is there. Kikin Achusin, welcome to the program. Of course, thank you so much, Kingsley Ejofo, saying Biafrans are great people. Chukuma Bazir, of course, Chukuma Ezaka is there. And I've not failed to introduce our brother Chukuma Joseph Abazir. If he's online, he can say now hello to fellow Biafrans. Now, Kiki Achusin is greeting all every Biafran, wherever they may be. Chimeruche Okorocha, of course, is there. John Dick is there. Of course, my friend Achusin is saying Biafra all the way. Ugo Ozobuli, Ifani Ofobi, and very many others, a very long list. I will continue to say welcome to them as we proceed. Fellow compatriots, the die is cast. 17th of this very August, 2019. in the city of Nuremberg, Germany, state of Bavaria. The Igbo people in Germany had their Iriji festival to accord respect, honor to the Igbo god of yam, Ahajioku, the cream of our society was invited, both from Biafra land and outside Biafra land, to grace that particular occasion, to give it honor, to make it very, very symbolic. Our son, our brother, our uncle, our in-law, our husband, former Deputy Senate President, and currently a serving senator, Ike Ekweremadu, was assaulted. And who did that? Not the Biafrans in Germany. Let me repeat. Not the Igbos in Germany. Because the Igbo people are known for according respect to grey hairs. Insofar as one is an elder, no matter if the person has come short of the glory of God, in parentheses, we must show respect. Even if we want to dishonor the elderly, not in foreign land, we must first of all get back to Biafra land before we do so. But when we do that in foreign land, tantamount it is washing our dirty linens in public. Ever since that particular day, the world no longer respects us. They regard us as a group of brigands. People now come out outright to condemn what happened, what transpired that particular day. It was quite unfortunate. They pelted him with raw earth, they pelted him with stones, they tore his clothes. Quite unfortunate. Some accuse him of wearing a traditional wear dotted with Nigerian coat of arms. Quite unfortunately, many of those who pelted him with stones using this as an excuse are all carrying Nigerian passports, still having coat of arms. What do? We are here this evening to ask our compatriots, did Ike Ekweremadu deserve that assault? Did he deserve that dishonor? Was an insult to Ekweremadu, an insult to the Biafrans, to Igbo people, bearing in mind what this man has done in the past in registering the dignity of the Igbo man. We want objective criticism, objective appraisal. Tell us your views, tell us your opinion, no matter whose ox is called. In whatever way he has gone wrong, tell us. In whatever way IPOB that carried out that particular attack, in whatever way IPOBF, let us know, because we are here this evening to talk to our people. Either to continue in that brigandage or to forestall further possibilities. Let us move on to Germany here, where they happened. And ask Ada Biafra Germany, not the Ada Biafra in Biafra land right now, our sister Ebele Chukwu. Let us start from Ada Biafra in Dortmund, since she witnessed what happened, to tell us whether the attack on Ike Ekweremadu was deserved or a condemnation, outright condemnation on IPOB that disregarded the dignity of an Igbo man. Ada Biafra, over to you.
Thank you. Hello again to everybody. It is IPOB work. That is what I found out, and I'm very against that. People must be receiving respect and not having foolish behavior. What we were seeing in Nuremberg. Um, this is all what I can say about it.
Okay, now what they did, do you think it is pleasing? Does German government like what IPOB did that very day, attacking a visitor in their land?
No,
Uh,
no,
uh,
German
he
government
can hold
Please
on.
excuse me, Professor. Please excuse me, Professor. Please, Prof, excuse me. I will come to you. Prof, please, I will come to you. Let there be no interruption. Everybody will speak out their minds. Let us give our lady here the chance to speak out. Then it will come to everybody. Like I said earlier on, we are here being objective. We ask questions. You tell us your mind. Please. But in telling us your mind, let nobody be insulted. Dr. Ejika, please hold on. Now, Ada Biafra, Germany, please complete what you are saying. How do you see it?
yes,
Yeah, go on.
the German government don't like it, and also few German people that see that video has called me and asked me what is going on in Nuremberg
Okay.
because this is not what he expected from IPOB.
Okay. Now, do you think that fighting somebody is going to give us Biafra? Do you think so?
It's not good. Fighting anyway is not good. I'm totally against that.
Thank you so much, Ada Biafra in Germany. From the city of Dortmund here in Germany, Ada Biafra is talking to us. Now, before I come to Dr. Ejirika, let us go to Ada Biafra back home in Biafra land because she is from ENUGU State. And Ike Ekuremade equally from ENUGU State. Ada Biafra, our sister Ebere Chukwu and Bob, what is their take?
Yeah, I greet you once more, my brothers, my sisters. Like when you were talking, you said what happened was unfortunate. To me, since that day, since the 17th of August till now, I kept asking questions to know exactly what Ike Kweremadu did that will warrant that level of assault on him in a foreign man's land. And nobody has been able to tell me what this noble Igbo man did, this noble Igbo son did to, am I still on?
Yeah, go on, please. Go on, we're with you.
Yeah. So nobody has been able to really tell me exactly what this man did that will warrant the level of assault, abuse on his person, on his fundamental human right. I learned they said he wore a cloth, a coat of arm that he was supposed to wear an Isiagu cloth. And my question is this. Ike Ekweremadu is the Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The occasion was the Iriji occasion. That was the occasion. And Ike Ekweremadu was invited. The president of Alaibo, the custodian of everything, the embodiment of everything in Alaibo was invited, Nnianwodo. So I don't expect anybody to abuse Ike Ekweremadu based on the cloth that he wore because he's a senator of the Federal Republic. That is number one. Number two is that the people that claimed responsibility of that attack are, by my own understanding, activists. And as an activist, I think we should remember the fundamental human right of anybody. Fine. Second, from that video, I was hearing, "Ịbịara iri ji, ị na-erigbu onwe gị na ji, and our people are dying." And I ask again, is Ike Ekweremadu the president and the commander-in-chief of armed forces in Nigeria? No. And I ask, is Ike Ekweremadu the governor of ENUGU, Abia, EBONYI,
Anambra, Imo State. No. Ike Ekweremadu is the senator representing a tiny constituency in Enugu State. He was sent there to go and represent this constituency, the Enugu West Federal Constituency. I think the question should have been how far or how much has this man, how good has this man represented the good people of Enugu West constituency? Fine. The assault to me shouldn't have been carried out. We are looking for ways to restore Biafra. I should think that there should be ideology, there should be methodology. If you have a set out methodology on how to go about the restoration of Biafra, I don't think we have time to start pelting somebody with egg, to start insulting somebody who has come, share you understand, to
Please, Professor Chinedu Abodike, please take your background. Professor Abodike, please. Professor Abodike, there's not much from your angle. Please, Professor Abodike.
No, it's not from my side.
Okay, then Dr. Ejirika, because either from you or from Dr. Ejirika, please. Okay, that's calm. Okay, please, our sister. Doctor, please hold on. Our sister, Rita Aribok, is still on addressing us. Our sister, please go on.
So, my brother, like I said from the onset, it is unfortunate. It's I can't describe it. When I watched that video in my usual way, myself, I wept. I wept for Biafra. I wept for Igbo land. When this seed was planted, people like Eberechukwu and Ibogu cried out. I shouted out, but people did not listen. The seed is just germinating. It has not full grown. By the time we allow this seed that is being sown to grow, we will all have to either run away from Biafra land, or those of you who are abroad will not want any of us who are here to come there either for holiday, people check, or to come there for Mugo or anything. I don't know what is happening, but this is way to go about seeking for the restoration of Biafra. And here on this live broadcast, I am still, because I've sent message to Ike Ekweremadu, and I am still begging him to forgive. Though it's too heavy, too wetty, but let him forgive. But I don't think that we have to allow this to continue. Because if it continues, I don't know. Onye gburu nwanne ya anarakwa azụ odogwu. Onye gburu nwanne ya anara azụ odogwu. Onye gburu nwanne ya anara azụ odogwu. Ọ bụrụ na anyị nweta Biafra, if for instance, eventually Biafra is restored.
Excuse me, don't Ejika, please. Don't Ejika, please. Stop interrupting. Allow her to calm down. She's free to use any language, please.
I don't know. I'm a Biafran. I'm an Igbo person. Shall you understand? This is I can come in my language. Nobody will stop me, because if an English person is talking, nobody will tell the person to talk in Igbo.
Exactly.
If a German person begins to talk, now nobody will tell the German person to talk in Igbo. So, like I was saying, Ike Ekweremadu, the what was done to him is not good. Before God, before man. And Ike Ekweremadu happened to be one of our sons that has been defending the Igbo cause right here in the Senate, defending Igbo cause. I remember vividly, like they said he was one of the promoters of Python dance. I remember vividly during the time of Python dance, he stood to condemn it. And let me not go too deep into what Ike did. But it is unfortunate that so many people who have helped IPOB under Nnamdi Kanu in one way or the other, they have always received, a negative thank you from them. So I don't know, but to me, Eberechukwu Anugbogu, as an activist, what was done to him was the infringement on his fundamental human rights. It was not good for Igbo people, it was not good for Biafrans, and it is not good, it is not good. That is what I have to say, sir.
Thank you so much. Of course, you highlighted on a lot of things. We quite agree with you.
Can I?
Please excuse me, sir. Hold on, I will come to you. Please, don't be in a hurry. Don't jump the gun.
Thank you.
So, our sister Eberechukwu Anugbogu has highlighted
Sir?
a lot of things, and I agree with her. Before, I don't have to draw conclusions, but other people equally have to speak out their mind. Now, Dr. Ejika, just a second. Let me go to Professor Chinedu Abodike. Then after I come to you. Professor Chinedu Abodike, over to you.
I'm listening. I heard everything left, right, and center. I am very angry with every Biafra, every one of you, including you talking. If I have my way, I'll stone all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Let me tell you why.
Go on, sir.
Let me tell you why I'll stone all of you. What I've found out here is that we like making publicity of things that are bad and not planning how to take over our farmland where we are being discredited, where we are being killed. You don't even know what is going on here. I spend my life, money, and to farm all the land and feeding the people and developing researches on cure for HIV, cancer, diabetes, and nobody in Biafra, not even one soul, has even written to say, I encourage you, let alone supporting one man. And I've been doing this for 10 years. So if I have my way, I will stone all of you. All of you will be stoned because the bushes are being occupied by Fulanis. If I give you account of what happens on my farm, when I'm breaded, when our people are being raped, when everything is going on, all we need to do is to be publishing on Facebook and WhatsApp, taking photographs and showing the people and nothing is done. I said my own contribution is that if I see any Biafran on the road, I will stone him. The reason is that I am left alone to farm the whole land. I don't sleep. Look at my voice is cracked. I don't sleep. If you watch, every 3 o'clock I'm awake. I work from 3 to 11, 3 o'clock a.m. to 11 p.m. in the night. Every day, one man running from one state to another. I've scattered all my vehicles. There is no year I spend less than 10 to 15 million naira to take care of Biafrans who are sick and who are hungry. And nobody, not even one soul, has said Shinedu, and I know other Biafra knows what I'm talking about. My offices are everywhere. I'm making sure that sickness and diseases are done. I'm doing all this is free.
Okay, Prof, sir.
I am angry. That's all. That's my contribution.
Prof, we shall come to that. At present, we are appraising what happened to Ike Ekweremadu. Is it worth it?
I know I heard what happened to him. And as I said, I don't know what to say. My brother, Ike Ekweremadu, if you are listening to me, I'm sorry for what happened to you. That's all I can say. I wouldn't, if I put in my own shoes, I wouldn't want to be stoned. I wouldn't want to be embarrassed. I don't know. And I'm not in position to condemn IPOB. I'm not in position to say what he did to get money right. But I said, this man is an elderly person. I am 62 years old too. I'm about his age. We are not in position to be insulted at our age. Let me speak it in English. People have a tradition of respecting the old man. Even if at this my age, I come and shit in my son's parlor, he has no right to abuse me. You hope you understand that on that
We quite understand.
clarified as a farmer, I am sorry. And also IPOB, I don't condemn you for what you have done, but all I say to you all in IPOB, which perhaps IPOB means indigenous people of Biafra, which I'm an indigenous. I'm not a supporter or against IPOB philosophies or whatever they do. What I'm telling them that they should put on their thinking cap. Do not have indoor fighting. Indoor fighting will destroy our cause. The worst thing we will do is to fight ourselves. If we are united, we will win. But if we're not united, we're not going to win. So I am not against IPOB decisions and whatever they do. I'm sorry for my brother who has been hurt. Please forgive. But IPOB too, I'm not against you. I'm not going to speak one word against you or for you. All I said is that if you come to my farm, I will stone you. That's all I said. Because I'm working alone. And I want you people to stop eating my food. Gary was 400 to 500 naira. Now you're eating Gary at 250. In the next 2 years, a bag of rice will be 1,000 naira. You will be eating my food and you're talking.
Prof, don't worry.
Oh, my anger is.
Prof, don't worry. We are going to help you market everything you produce for us. We so much appreciate it. Maybe you are not every day on social media, but our people are commending you. Our people are commending you. And there will be a time when we shall, pay you homage. Thank you so much.
Brother Kenna, let me put this word. Yes. Let me put this word to you.
Yes.
Please, there is hunger here. My sister knows what I'm talking about.
Yes.
There's some people who have not eaten now. They're in my house. My house is filled with people I'm feeding today, right now. But if you want to bring it, let them talk to you.
Okay.
There's hunger.
Prof, they will talk to us in a few minutes' time. Just a second. Let me welcome some people and they will talk to us indeed. Of course, we welcome our people who are joining us. We must appreciate them. The Holy Child, Chibuzoduru, of course, is there. Ifeko, Ifeanyi Okafor is there. Obodo John, Ifeonye Gabo, who I don't know, who keeps on insulting himself. This is a brigand in Italy who has no means of livelihood, coming in here on air to insult our people who are here discussing issues. A tout who is on the seat of Milan or whatever it is called. I don't know. I don't have any words for him. Now, Chidejere Isaac, excuse me, sir. Please, I'm coming, sir. I'm coming, sir. Chidebere Isaac, of course, the Kingsley Owa, Stephen Aja Oboni, Jesse Johnson, and lot more. Let me see. Those of you, of course, everybody has gotten the right to speak at their mind, whether you insult or not. If you insult, is part of their lifestyle from your family background. If you also talk positively, is also from your family background. You quite understand who is who. Onyeka Vitalis, of course, thank you for coming. Ebube Okoronkwo, Osondo Abu, Dim Amaku, and let me say, the list is long. I don't have to mention everybody's name, otherwise we lose track of what we are saying. Now, don't age Rika. Please, you shall come on board now, but let sanity prevail. Let us not use raw, dirty language on everybody. We want critical appraisal. We want critical appraisal of what transpired in Nuremberg, Germany. Let us institute decorum in choice of words or language. Dr. Jikova, to you.
Thank you, fellow Biafrans. It's my pleasure to address you all. The problem we have is illiteracy. I didn't know Biafra had this high degree of illiteracy. What happened to Ekweremadu is not directly to Ekweremadu. There are two classes of people in eastern Nigeria, the jihadists and the separatists. The jihadists are the politicians, governors, parliamentarians, and all the officials of government. And the separatists are we that felt that killing 3 million Biafran between 1967 and 1970 and hiding it is not justified. As a result, we want to get out from Nigeria. What happened? If you interpret it on the Ekweremadu alone, you are wrong. You got it wrong. You have no idea of freedom fighting. Yes, it cannot get us Biafra, but it can lead us one. Getting Biafra is a process and not an event. We will get Biafra 1 inch every day until finally the Hebrews got theirs 40 years until finally we will get Biafra. I may not be alive the day you get Biafra, but we are working towards it. Ekweremadu, have you, I believe all of you have watched the video or script from Western Cameroon, where a parliamentarian that supports the separatist section of Western Cameroon addressed the whole Western legislature, Western Cameroon legislature. Nobody from Eastern Nigeria or Biafra can do that. Ekweremadu has been there. Ekweremadu was a poor man, a poor lawyer, before he became a parliamentarian. Go to his palace in Abuja. What's his name? Governor Ikpeazu could not train his children abroad.
No, sir. Please, sir, I reject that. We quite I disagree to that. Let us not cast aspersion, please. Let us not cast aspersion on the individual person. We are talking issues.
Two children in a local university. But immediately they made him governor, he transferred them to London school, to a school in Europe. All of Joseph Okalo was a regular person. But now Joseph Okalo, after being a governor, he's the 10th richest man in Africa. These are examples I'm giving. I'm not using any bad words. Correct me if I'm wrong. But no one of them can do what the Cameroonian did. Yet we started before these Cameroonians. That is the anger of IPOB, and their anger is justified. Most of you have not been in freedom fighting before. This is my second freedom fighting in my life. The first was in Black America. I was one of those whom they would send to go and apply for jobs.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Let me continue. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
From inception, IPOB has never believed in political process. They have always excuse me, sir. Just a second. Excuse me, sir. They have always advocated violent process. Now,
no.
Excuse me. Okay, let me come in. It is only of recent, having known that it is not easy to carry out violent, protests against Nigerian government. They now talk about the peaceful process, but before it was violence. Now, for a group that has never for once believed in due process politically, to now come out to condemn a senator, how justified is it? Dr. Ejirika.
Okay, thank you. That is your opinion. I have a different opinion about IPOB. I'm not a fan of IPOB. But what they did, if you ask anybody, like even one of the ministers of Buhari subscribed to what they did. One Mr. Amadi, I believe is a king of Brigadier Amadi. He says it the way I say it. It's not an indictment of Ekweremadu. No, the beating was not on Ekweremadu. It was not an assault.
Okay, sir.
It was just what we call rigorous questioning.
Now, excuse me once again, sir. Excuse me once again.
Yeah.
Some people are saying that Ekwuremadu's presence would have afforded IPOB an opportunity to engage in 101 instead of resorting.
Why not allow me to finish?
Okay,
no.
Okay.
That it was a question time that they subjected Ekweremadu. But it was not on Ekweremadu. You are looking at it on Ekweremadu.
As a symbolic individual, Ekweremadu as a symbolic individual representing the Igbo society.
No, I wanted to hear all his view. Let me hear all his view. We want to hear him out.
Okay, sir.
It's not on Ekweremadu. It's not on Ekweremadu. It's on the whole class of politicians. That's the people that were disgraced or subjected to that rigorous question time. Not on the Ekweremadu person. Ekweremadu provided the incident. Like we said, I tell students, incident plus response equal to outcome. The incident was that they go to the Nigerian legislature to make money on our backs. And then the response was that Ekweremadu came to Germany to eat yam, where there is no yam. And then the response was what happened. The outcome was what happened. So incident plus response equal to outcome. That's what happened. They did not beat Ekweremadu. Already we have Biafra lawyers. Third generation. My son is a lawyer, and I have educated him on the incident. He will defend IPOB. we are waiting for Nigeria to sue, and then we will respond. Nothing was done. Ekwemadu was not assaulted. He was treated the way every other politician will be treated in the Western world.
Now,
Biafra, we have grown above Nigeria. Half of the female doctors in Houston, Texas, are Biafran children that we born in America. So we are not Nigerians by any means. And I need to remind you all. And we don't reason like Nigerians. Like Anubog is saying, my daughter will take issues with you. My daughter is the president of Daughters of the Biafran Revolution. The problem is not Ekwemadu. He may have done some good things. Yeah, agreed. I don't question that. I don't know. But it's on the class. The only two industries we have in Umuahia, we have in Abia State. Ojusu Okalu sold those industries and did not tell anybody and did not give the money to anybody.
now, sir,
The children.
sir, I take this question. If the bim-massob or the IPOB has the wherewithal to get us Biafra, do you think politicians will be able to stop us or stop them?
Do you think what?
If either IPOB or the bim-massob has the capacity to get us Biafra, do you think politicians can be a stumbling blocks or a stumbling block?
Oh, definitely. Definitely, they can. They can be because whenever we're going to get Biafra, Nigeria will assent to it. For that reason, yes, they can.
Okay, sir.
Because we have to make peace with Nigeria on the conference table.
Exactly.
So for that reason, we can.
Exactly.
So what I'm actually saying is that our politicians have not played their role. For instance, we have some people from when we were struggling for equal rights in the United States, there were people that advocated violence. There were some other people that advocated peacefulness. It's the same thing. So our own is not different. Biafra is not different.
Okay, sir.
So there's nothing that IPOB has done that is different.
Okay.
Or Massob has done that is different.
Okay, sir.
All I'm saying is that some people are taking us for a ride.
Okay, sir.
And then,
sir, one more question.
Yeah,
one more question before I bring another person. Before another person. Now, if IPOB is waiting for Biafran politicians to come abroad, what if these politicians abandon coming abroad and they remain at home while IPOB is abroad? How does it help?
Okay, thank you. Let me tell you, all this is making a statement. It will not get us Biafra, but it will help. Let me tell you what we are planning. We are planning on raising money to give to the attorney Bruce Pine, to bring up the Biafran case before the United Nations. That is what will get us Biafra. But right now, what we are doing is softening the ground.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. I don't know, Professor Chidede Abodike, do you have something to say in that regard? What Dr. Ejika has said, Professor Abodike?
Hello.
Yeah, Professor Abodike, do you have some reactions on what Dr. Ejika has just said?
That's why I said let's hear him out.
Okay, you had him.
Now, when we hear him, we have diverse opinion.
Okay.
For anything, there must be plus and minus.
Exactly.
The summary of it all is that it's like 5 blind people going to kill an elephant. The one that touching the egg says, like, I hope you know the story.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I'm doing my own, and you can see how angry I am. And everybody that is hot must be angry. And when he's expressing that anger, please, you don't know how it feels that I'm suffering migraine. If you have never suffered headache, you don't know how it feels when he say I'm a slave, when you have never been a servant. Now, nobody knows the pain I'm going through. I was in the Biafran war. I saw Washioko. I saw it. I don't want to see it again. That's why I am in the farm. So, from whatever angle, let us not sit on our chairs and look through the window and judge the world. And what you are seeing in your own windows is different from what I'm seeing in your own window.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
My talk,
Thank you so much,
my speech is very simple. Allow me air my view. My speech is very simple.
Yeah.
I do not know the details of why IPOB, I respect, did what they did.
Mm-hmm.
I respect Nnamdi Kanu. I respect Waziri Ken. I respect everybody. Myself as a farmer, feeding Biafran, I deserve my respect. I deserve my anger. Yes. If I have my ways, all the Biafran abroad, they must not eat my food in the Biafran land if I have my way. Because I'm the one farming. They are not farming. They are not even talking to me. But they say, yeah, they are. But I've never seen any effort where I said, I have got land and nobody wants to take away the land to farm on them. So, but that is my own angle. So, from this, please, Bro Ikenna, let us not judge what happened.
Yeah,
but we know the full detail.
Yeah,
but I will make my confession as an elderly person to Ekweremadi from my own view, not from her view. From my own view as Professor Abrike, I am sorry.
Yes,
but on the other hand, I don't know the real nitty-gritty, the new technique that IPOB used and why they did it. So I have no right to judge or condemn them from my proverbs which I've said. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You remember sometime in the past, I told you, sir, I discussed with you when you proposed coming to Germany, to expand your agric horizon. I told you that once you arrived Germany, let me know so that I can take you to some of these companies that have processing plans and the preservation plans, so that we discuss with them, we have their terms and know how best they can help us, in encouraging agriculture. I think we shall still do that. Of course, I have to welcome our brother Sister Obidino. You're on Skype. Can you tell their first welcome? Or good evening, rather. Sister Obidino, are you there? Okay, I cannot hear you. The toaster is there. Okode Vincent is saying, of course, I have to read out those who are not on direct line with us. I have to let me read that word I say before I come to other people to read their views. Simon Oroke is saying, yes, he deserves it. That is that Kuremadi deserves it. Why not wear Igbo attire? Second, is he born to rule? Then he said he has to give way to others to go there as well, not having, being there all the year round. This is what Simon Oroke is saying. Of course, everybody's airing their views. Okode Decent is saying, this is from Okode Decent. Senator Ekwuremado's, let me say, insult by IPOB is so sad. Even the barrister backing him, that is Dr. Leo, somebody, Law Mefo rather, that even the barrister backing him is against that because of his attitude. And he said that Nnamdi's IPOB is, I can't get so much the language grammar he's saying. So he's trying to say that what happened to Ekweremadu, by implication, the Igbo society was not good. And he is saying, God bless Wazirika, of course, who made it possible for us to use it as a platform. Samuel Kari Yade, Obinna Odibo Yade, of course, Obodo John, Chinenye Chibundo, Machi, Ebu, and a lot of you, let me say, Pat Peters, he said that Ekweremadu collaborated with Buhari and bribed Ebosuji, the current ICC president. This is criminal and no, we don't have to lay allegations. If you don't have any substantial evidence, you don't lay accusations at all. After all, people accuse anybody, so we wouldn't accept that. Let me see. Obodo John is saying Biafra is life. So you're welcome, Patrick Amdola. Let me see. Of course. Many of them are writing whatever they like. We quite understand their character and characteristics. So if I continue to ask what they will have, we are not here today for them. I only mentioned this brigand who is Ifoegabu, who is a who is always talking. Now let us move on to members of the crew. Udogo Mwenya, who is in Denmark. Udogo Mwenya, how do you appraise what happened in Nuremberg, Denmark, and Germany in the last Saturday, previous Saturday rather? Udogo Mwenya.
So much. I welcome everybody today. So
Of course, sorry, please. We also welcome Ihan Yokronko. Ihan Yokronko is representing bim-massob in Abia North Zone. We welcome him as well. Ihan Yokronko. Now go on, Udogwe.
Yeah. So I welcome everybody today, especially Ada Biafra in Germany and Ada Biafra in Biafra land, Ebere Chukwu and God, who is among us here today. My sister, I greet you. So there's something our people have to understand. Many people, they are making a lot of mistakes. There's something that is something that can happen, but not that is supposed to happen, but it just happened. Concerning AK Mali, don't go and start thinking that IPOB do something. Many of you that live in Nigeria or other countries who is not in this particular Europe will be jumping up and down. Oh, the IPOB have beat Ike Mali. That is stupidness. You people have to think. The people that have people that live in this Europe will tell you that what happened to Ike Colomado is unfortunately it's not written. It just happened that because he went there trusted he trusts IPOB because he helped IPOB for everything. He's the one that makes sure that Nnamdi Kanu come out from the prison. Even the ability that is talking, he is the one that gives him power to be talk. Not everything Ike Kolomade can speak out. He can use other people to speak. This man has done a lot of job. Without Ike Kolomade, these people cannot, Nnamdi Kanu cannot come out. No people that live in Nigeria, if you are professor, if you are think, don't be jumping in Nigeria say that because of the come to ENUGU or think that IPOB is doing any job. There's not any job IPOB is doing. And don't think that IPOB will give you a job or give you anything in that particular area of work or that particular thing you are doing in that Nigeria. Thinking that you are going to have hope. All those things they're doing here, I live here in Denmark. So everything that happened that day is just nothing. He came to that journey because he trusted that nothing will happen to him. And he believed that the IPOB is with him. That is why when he came and the people that the brother of Nnamdi Kanu brought some people and they wear clothes like
Yes, man.
Igbo traditional Igbo clothes. And when they are there and they're waiting for their wood, unfortunately the person that came there is Ike Kolomade. And the brother command them to attack him. And if that Ike Kolomade come with somebody like a special, if he called me, say you go come and escort me, let's go. Or he bring 5 people or 6 people. I will fight them, those people that are fighting him. Those people, those stupid idiots who don't have brain in Nigeria. Those evil stupid people who thinking that because of such a thing just happened. They just jumping up and down that I probably do something. It is not possible, even though this Buhari is going to Japan tomorrow. Let us see if they will go and attack him. Ike Kolomade is mistake. He's supposed to bring 2 people or 3 people or 4 people or 10 people as citizens. Say, okay, let's go to the ENUGU. And when if they come there and if anybody wants to attack them, those people will defend him. Can you tell me? Can you attack me when I'm going to Europe? When I'm going to land in Denmark here, Or if I come to Germany, can you attack me? When you attack me, I will fight you, we will fight. The police will arrest me and you because it's too fighting. After that, they will know who is the first person that beat up. And they will arrest the person. This is not Nigeria. And because of this small thing that happened, these stupid evil people that thinking that this is a big thing. Any person can come in up, nobody will attack them. If now they cannot want everybody to be attacking all the politicians, let him come what he said in 2013 when all of us come, when all of us join this IPOB. I hate when you are not doing something, you say that you are doing something.
Okay, come make it short, please.
Yeah, the problem I'm having is those our people, those professors, those lawyers, those people that I think they go to school, they don't think we reason.
Okay.
They don't thinking with their own ass.
Okay, Udog,
So they have to mind themselves.
cut it short, please, Udog. Udog, cut it short, please, cut it short. No, sir. Sir, hold on, sir. Yeah, Udog, hold on. Udog, hold on. Thank you so much.
Talk with your heart.
Yes, okay.
Open your mouth and speak.
Okay. Udog, I think make it excuse me, sir. Hold on. Excuse me, sir. Hold on, please. Excuse me, sir. Hold on, please. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, please, just a second, please. Our sister Anibog. You see, let us be objective. Since that particular ugly incident, I have taken time to read from both IPOB that committed that dastardly act and other people. Some of the reasons IPOB is endorsing are: why must Ekweremadu wear Igbo regalia dotted with a coat of arms? First, the very group that condemned him for wearing Igbo attire with this coat of arms, this Nigerian insignia coat of arms, are holding Nigerian passports bearing coat of arms. They are still holding Nigerian passports bearing coat of arms. Number two, the question was, why must Ike Ekweremadu come to Germany to eat yam? Do we plant yam in Germany? And the question, let us counter it. When IPOB moves from streets of Milan to Barcelona, from Madrid to Munich, Germany, different parts of Europe, demonstrating, is Biafra in Europe? Let us go further and call a spade a spade. The way IPOB is condemning some paid politicians in Biafra land today for not talking Biafra, the same way people at home are condemning those in Europe, condemning those in America, that despite living in civilized world where they can make the contacts to help us get Biafra, they are still dilly-dallying, tarrying. Nobody is doing anything. People at home are also condemning everybody. Have they stoned those of us abroad in Europe and America when the time we arrived home? Have they stoned us for not living up to expectations? Our sister Eberechku Anibok pointed it out. Excuse me, sir. I'll come to you, sir. Excuse me, sir. I'll come to you. Excuse me. Our sister Eberechku Anibok pointed it out. That look, Ike Ekweremadu does not have the security power.
Be neutral. Don't support or
okay.
Be neutral.
He is not the president. He's not the commander. He's not the commander.
No. Ikenna is not supporting.
Excuse me. I'm analyzing what she said.
If we want to be critical,
yes.
If we want to be critical,
exactly. Excuse me. Yes, exactly. So, remember, excuse me. I'm trying to point out what she said. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Okay. Let me run it up. I'm trying to point out what she said. One. That is first and foremost. Excuse me, please, listeners, hold on, please. Excuse me, please. Excuse me, our sister, hold on. Please, excuse me, hold on. Sis, excuse me, please. Let me hold. Now, our sister pointed out. Look, Ike Ekweremadu is not the commander in chief. He doesn't have that power to control security. Second, he's not the governor. So these are the two persons that control security. Ekweremadu is just a senator. Now, how does he deserve the punishment meted to him? This is a question we have to face. This is the question. Now, before...
Can I help you
that question?
Excuse me, sir.
Can I help you to answer that question?
Okay, sir. Make it brief.
Okay, thank you. The reason why it's justified to beat any of them, though he was not beaten, he was not even assaulted, according to my son, is that none of them has been able to introduce a bill on Biafran referendum on the floors of Nigerian parliament. Tell me a politician from eastern Nigeria that has introduced a bill sanctioning, advocating.
Let me answer you, sir. Let me answer you, sir. Let me answer you, sir.
You are not the person to answer him. Allow him to finish. Others will come in.
That's what I told him. When he asks question, allow us to hear.
Allow him.
Okay.
He's a professor. Allow him to finish. He's educated. Allow him to finish.
Okay, sir.
Those of us who are
Don't answer his question. He can don't answer. That's what I mean. Don't answer. Let everybody listening answer the question.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay, can somebody answer? Can somebody answer?
Don't answer the question.
I withdraw, please. Go on.
My question is, has any of them introduced a bill on the Biafran referendum? Because this is what 90% of Igbos want.
Okay.
Can I come in?
No.
Can I come in? No. Can I answer?
Yeah, okay, answer, please. Answer, our sister. Answer.
Can I answer?
Yes, go on. Answer it.
What happened?
Hold on. I come to you now. Yes.
You say 90%. She said 90% of Igbos want Biafra.
Biafra, yes.
What happened to these people are the 10% that don't want it? That's another question.
Thank you. That is the reason that you are giving the justification for the referendum. You are giving the justification.
So there is no justification.
Oh, God. Yeah. No, I think you need to be educated on that. That's the justification.
You need to be educated on what is happening here and not rely on propaganda. We are relying on propaganda. You don't even know what is happening here. You base it on what is happening in America. You base it on what is happening in America. That is the angle we are coming from. This place is not America. This place is not as developed, as civilized as America is. You want Biafra. Yes, you want Biafra. Will you kill everybody to get Biafra? You say Biafra is in a state of being. Have you gotten it? And at the same time, you just told us when you were there, you said that you are not a Biafra, that you are in Nigeria, and that you know things more than Nigeria. That your children there know everything. That your children is a doctor. Your child is this, that. That in short, they are not Biafrans. I mean, they are not Nigerians. The international passport you have there, is it Biafra international passport?
Okay, hold on.
Will you drive with Biafra driver's license?
Hold on. Let me answer that question about national passport.
Okay.
I threw away my Nigerian passport on February 14, 1970.
Because maybe because you're a citizen. If you are not a citizen, you throw it out.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Okay.
You can't come back here.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let us hear from others. Let us hear from others now. We shall come back to all of you. I think, honestly, Biafrans are getting interested in this particular argument. The dashboard there is full. People are commenting, analyzing what people are saying. Let us go to Japan. Let us move that to Japan. Say your mind.
Are you the only person who is educated?
No. Yeah, our sister, we shall come to that. Don't worry.
That's what.
Please excuse me. Udeze has the floor. Udeze has the floor.
Personally, my brother, I stayed in US for 35 years.
Please, Prof, please, Udeze has the floor.
We are not educated. He's the only person that is educated.
Please hold the peace. Please hold the peace. Please hold the peace. Excuse me, please hold the peace. Please hold on, please. I am the moderator, please. Excuse me, I'm the moderator. Please excuse me, gentlemen. Gentlemen, excuse me, please. Gentlemen. Excuse me, gentlemen, please, ladies. Please excuse me. Please excuse me. Let me moderate. Please let me moderate. Excuse me, please.
Everybody is talking. No one is talking.
Yes, please let me moderate. Let me moderate. Please excuse me. Udeze has the floor now.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Honestly, what I'm seeing in this issue of struggle and the issue of the Igbo people are full of hypocrisy. People who are not ready to speak straight to the problem we are facing. Today they will dance to the other side, the other way, the other day they will dance to the other side. Let me start from what Professor is saying. Well, is asking how many of these Igbo politicians have been pushing for our referendum. But I want to ask me a question. I want to ask Professor one question.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you this question, please.
Go on, please.
If you send your son to go and buy a bag of rice for the family because of hunger, and your son told you that he already has a bag of rice for the family, will you still force him to go and buy the half bag of rice?
I didn't quite understand the nature of your question. Could you repeat and say it louder, please?
If you send your son to go and buy a bag of rice for the family because of hunger, and your son told you that he already has one bag of rice with him for the family, will you still force him to go and buy that half bag of rice?
No.
Okay. Oh, wonderful.
This is exactly what is happening in our struggle. Now the guy himself has had referendum, has date, has everything.
Signed and sealed.
Why sign and seal and deliver?
Hold on. Are you saying a referendum has been conducted? Hold on.
No, Dr. Ezika, please hold on. Dr. Ezika, hold on. Dr. Ezika, hold on, please. You will respond to that.
You know, I used to say this. When we fill everything with propaganda, we are not going anywhere. Even I said this.
You don't understand.
Dr. Ezika, hold on, please. Dr. Ezika, hold on.
Let those who have the ability do it. These people who are facing in this struggle, sometimes even when Trump it doesn't have anything to do with Biafra, somebody will be telling you that Trump is supporting him. He has discussed with Trump. Trump is now working with him. Now, if you have a contact with Trump to talk with Trump, you now realize that this person is talking with Trump. Trump is not supporting us. The side of Trump is okay. Without knowing that nothing is happening. Because now we use propaganda to cover up everything that we're supposed to do.
Okay, I think I will just I see what the issue is.
Okay, now,
again,
please, let Echeta go on, please. Other people should go on. Let Echeta finish what he's saying.
The struggle we are struggling for is not, we are not struggling to revenge anybody. Because what I discovered in this struggle of Biafra is that it's full of revenge, old anger, old bitterness.
Pull him down.
Once it happens to that person you have problem with, you support it 100%. Once it happens to the other person you are very close with, you go against it. That's our problem. That's some of us may have some issue with the Mando about the government or politics. That's different cases. It doesn't have anything to do with Biafra.
Yes. Echeta, hold on. Echeta, hold on, please. Echeta, hold on. Let me read out something before it leaves the screen. I monitor the screen what people write. It comes, it goes. Let me read out. This is from somebody from Edo State, from Edo or Delta. Ese Oka Oko Rare from either Edo or Delta. It says beating Ekweremado was a wrong move. He was behind Kano leaving prison. It was very bad. We felt so bad. That's the Edo people. We felt so bad. Many of us Edo people, sympathetic to the Igbo tribe, felt very bad. This is coming from somebody from Edo State. He sent in this message. By name, Ese Oko Rare. Take it off from there.
Okay, that person is right because any right-thinking person must condemn attack on a foreign man. We are not here for politics. We don't care who it happened to. Let's assume that this thing happened to was Wike. If there's any reason to condemn it, we need to condemn it totally. If there's any reason to support it, we support it totally. Let's stop playing these politics that have been holding us back. When we know the truth, we see the truth. But because we're having problem with this person, that is why most of the meeting we Igbos are doing is not going. Because once someone raise hand and bring a wonderful point, and because you have an issue with him, you want to put at that point.
Hold on. Listen to this again. I think beating up a man that helped in securing bail for Kano was very wicked. You don't pay good with evil. I am very disappointed. You need to engage your leaders. Underline, you need to engage your leaders and not beat them. One day, they will beat Abaribe. Do you hear that? One day, they will beat Abaribe.
They will beat everybody.
They said one day, they will beat Abaribe. Go on. Go on, let's see.
I said insist that you will not in-house fighting.
No, I'm reading out what you wrote.
Insist that you will not in-house fighting among those.
Please hold on. Do many people are talking same time. Please hold on. I read out what Essay wrote. Please, I read it out.
We're not arguing that. We're not saying that what you read is wrong. What I'm saying, I insist that you know in-house fighting.
Please hold on, please,
We should not be fighting ourselves while we are looking for
exactly. That is true, Prof. Let Echisan finish. Echisan, stand up.
If you kill the native doctor that prepared for you, as those that charming you died finished, they are still alive. This thing is simply and people are supporting it. And this is why we are not going forward, we are not going anywhere. If we have to do something, we have to let me put it this way. Let me ask.
The problem is literacy again. Let me leave another thing has worked for the Europe what I'm talking about.
Listen to me. I don't want to hear the word illiteracy. Illiteracy doesn't mean going to school. The white man is not educated. The white man is not educated, and I can prove it beyond all reasonable doubt.
Excuse me.
I've studied them, they are not educated people. Education does not mean going to school.
Yeah, excuse me.
I hope you understand that. It's a state of mind.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, what is your state of mind?
No, let us take it one by one, please. Excuse me.
I'm a very enlightened somebody.
Excuse me.
You understand? And going to school doesn't make you educated.
Please, excuse me. The debate is getting hotter now. Excuse me, please.
The medium of communication.
Excuse me.
No. That is a choice. When you go to France, you find out that English is not.
Excuse me.
Okay, in France, English is not. The world is 7.8 billion. English speaking are not up to 3 billion. Please don't go there. Don't even go. The world is very large.
Okay.
Don't use English to abuse me or abuse anybody.
No. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Listen. No, don't say educated on a
gentlemen, excuse me.
Because you said you listen to me. Listen to me. Dr. Sebi in America was not educated. Dr. Sebi in America was not educated. He went to court. He won all the lawyers. Yet he was not educated. So we're not talking about the word education. Education doesn't mean going to school.
Gentlemen, excuse me.
Go and Google it. Go and Google it.
Excuse me,
please. 2 years ago.
Excuse me. You know, excuse me. Remember, before we started, I appealed to everybody. We should be very mindful of our choice of words.
We don't want people to be abused. We say we're not going to abuse ourselves.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
So,
excuse me, that's what I said. Excuse me, please. Please, gentlemen, let us.
What were you when you were here?
Excuse me, I'm trying to let us not
There was
abuse.
nobody.
Yes, excuse me. I apologize,
There
please.
was nobody there. There is now somebody in Biafra land.
Yes.
I've been 10 years here. There's somebody here.
When the Biafra
When it's time to Biafra land, listen, if it's not into Biafra land, if you want to understand where I'm somebody, the food you're going to eat here is from my farm. Researches I made is from my farm. I've done so many researches here in my farm. That is why I'm so learning.
Excuse me.
He may not come back to Biafra land. He's an enemy of US. He's a citizen of US now. So he will not come back to
Please, excuse me. Please, excuse me.
Let me tell you that. That's the meaning of Biafra land. I kill the people. I treat them harshly.
Please, excuse me, please.
Europe can breed cancer. Nobody can breed cancer in Europe. And when you see the country where you can breed cancer.
Everybody is talking the same time. Please, excuse me. Please, gentlemen, ladies, everybody is talking the same time. Everybody is talking the same time, and our listeners are complaining. I am monitoring the. Excuse me, sir, please. Excuse me, sir.
I have to excuse myself.
No, excuse me, sir. No, sir. This is objective discussion. We don't have to play sentences by living. Excuse me, sir. Our people are monitoring the dashboard. People are complaining that because everybody is talking the same time, they cannot understand anybody. Please, let us hold our peace. And like I said earlier on, let us pick our words. Let us mind our language, please. Let us not abuse. We are here to understand one another, please. We are here to understand one another. We are asking questions, simple questions. Was it deserving? What lessons do we have to learn from it? Both from the political and the social angle. This is what we are discussing. Let us please. Excuse me, sir. Hold on, please. Excuse me, sir. So, please, any contribution, please, gentlemen, please excuse me. I would prefer any contribution we are making. Let it be pointed towards the objectivity. Let us not bring sentiments to play into. Let us talk. Let our people understand. Many people are listening. They are writing a lot on the screen. I can't read all of them. Many are complaining. Please let us speak our language. Let us speak our words. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, please. Thank you so much. However, it's okay that the debate is getting hotter and hotter, and we so much appreciate. Now, hold on, please. Let's not from there. Let me ask. Please, everybody, hold their peace, please. Please, those of you, some people are touching one thing or the other, creating distractions. Please suspend whatever thing you are doing and help us. Thank you so much. That is Abdul Khan now. Now, Jude Chijoke is online joining from Lagos. Valentine Ugoji is online joining from Port Harcourt. Bright is joining from Owerri. Sunday Oti equally joining from Owerri right now. Let us see. Of course, this Osita Obidino is equally joining. I don't know where he's joining us from, but it's on Skype. So, gentlemen, please, let us maintain calm. Let us know how we organize ourselves. People are monitoring, listening to this particular program. Thousands of our people are monitoring, listening to this program, and making their own contributions. Please let us maintain, decorum. Thank you so much.
Let me know.
Okay, excellent. Please hold on. Please, gentlemen at the background, check the noise. Noise is coming much from your various backgrounds. Please help us.
Yeah. Let me know. Before we blame these politicians, before we blame them, we have to blame ourselves. Who are into this field of fighting this going on? Because, like as Professor is asking question now about what those politicians have done to secure Ebola or to do this and that. When somebody say he has an army, he has weapons to defend the land, he is working towards it, he has collected money for it. Now, why are we blaming someone who is, let me put it, who is not interested to defend the land? You have taken over these things, you have said you have everything to do it. Then there's no need of blaming other people. You have to do it once you have taken over it. Why beating a Bolomado for people dying at ENUGU? Where is the gun fund? Where is the gun you bought? Where is the army you train? Where is the BSS that swear to defend our land with their last blood? Let's stop all this fake propaganda and know what is happening to us and know what's the problem. There are many of these politicians I know, many Igbo men I know that are calling Nnamdi Kanu secretly to talk with him to know how to carry this things around. But Nnamdi Kanu is running away from them. And later will come and blame them that they don't care for us. They care, but when they want to do what they want to do, somebody is blocking them. In any football team that one person is struggling to score alone, that team always lost in every match. Let other people do their own, play their own game, play your own game. There is distraction everywhere. We have to tell ourselves this truth before trying to cover up or to defend something, or maybe they are calling me every day to come and train back, to come and start doing nonsense. I said no. But I know many of us are joining. That's why in a case where you're supposed to be open, you are trying to, join it the other way, trying to cover it up. Covering up has not done us any good. If you don't have weapon, make it clear that you don't have weapon. If you don't have, say you don't have, let people know how to help you. Not when you say you have everything, you are capable of doing everything, you are capable of pulling Nigeria down and giving us Biafra, you are capable of pulling the zoo down to be lower than Somalia. At the end of the day, you are blaming people, beating people who doesn't have that capacity that you have. You have the whole capacity to do everything as you say. Now, why are you beating someone who doesn't have that same capacity you prove that you have? You claim that you have. Just prove it. Use your BSS and use the gun and bullet and put Nigeria down and give us Biafra. Let's stop all this defending evil. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Echezina Udeze. Now, please let me welcome, gentlemen, hold their peace. Let me welcome our brother, Honorable Samuel Ezebiro, joining us from London. Of course, Ezebiro is a barrister, so he is joining us from London. Please, Honorable Samuel Ezebiro, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Now, before I mentioned the Judiciary joining from Lagos, Valentine Ogoji joining from Port Harcourt. If you have something to say, of course, Bright is there. And our brother, Honorable Samuel Ezebiro, joining from London. Please, gentlemen, why can't you suspend anything you are doing there at your background? You are distracting the free flow of this particular broadcast. Why can't we respect ourselves? I've told you, if you are engaged in some other things, you lock out and let us have peace. I don't know, Dr. Ejirika, this noise I think is coming from your angle. Dr. Ejirika, please.
Somebody's camera is trying to connect. That's why I don't know who the person is.
Yeah, Professor Abodike is not on camera at all. Dr. Ejirika is not on camera as well. He's not on camera. I don't know. So please, let's maintain calm. Okay, our brother, of course, Dr. Chukwuma Gemba, joining from London equally. Dr. Gemba, you're welcome.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay, thank you so much. That is Abdul Khan now. So, like we all know, we are appraising the Nuremberg incident and the lessons to learn therefrom. Of course, we are free to bring in other things qualitatively for us to learn more from there in the interest of Biafra, in the interest of our struggle. This is why we are here. We are not trying to cast aspersion on any individual at all. Let us be objective. So, gentlemen, the floor is open. Discuss issues objectively. Honorable Samuel Ezebiro is here. Dr. Gemba is equally here. Professor Chidede Abodike is here. Dr. Peter Ejirike is there. Many people are here joining, and thousands of our people on the screen writing and writing. Whether they write good or bad, they are watching us.
Can I make a comment?
Okay, Dr. Gemba, over to you.
Brethren, wherever you are, my greetings. In the first place, I wasn't happy with what happened in Nuremberg. The only aspect of it I am not happy, and I hold Senator Kuremadu to some extent, or to a large extent, comparable, is his insensitivity in the choice of dressing. That is the only area, personally, I am not happy. that people will say, well, we are in a free society, you can wear whatever you like, go wherever you like. Yes, and at the same time, no. You should also, as a politician, you should be able to read the mood of your people and know what they are thinking and feel what they are feeling, think what they are thinking, and reach them halfway. If you don't do that, you will be becoming a little too insensitive and to their worries, to their sufferings, and every other thing that is happening within. So personally, that is the area I am not happy with. I am quite sure that Senator Winamat knows that majority of our people are aggrieved. Now, wearing Nigerian insignia into the heartland of Igbo function or whatever is a height of insensitivity. That is the way I see it. I don't know whether these people, whether they have advisors and they have special assistants. What does these people do? And I connect it to some messages or some video or photograph that was shared about a visit of the governor of Enugu State to some hideout of kidnappers also. And you see this man in complete white and white going inside the bush.
Exactly.
Does it make sense? So these are some of the things our politicians do. Then you begin to ask yourself, does these people live within human society? Do they actually feel what their people feel? Do they actually read? Do they actually move around? Observe the feeling of their people before they carry out some action, before they carry out some anything. So when you see a governor or a prime minister visiting a factory site, he will
Excuse me, don't take about, hold on. Don't take about, please hold on. Don't take about, hold on. Don't take about, hold on. Please, excuse me, please. Dr. Ejrika, check your background. Professor Chilede Abodike, check your background. Our brother Samuel, check your background, because these are the people on a particular platform. Our sister Ebele Chuadibok, equally check your background. Much noise is coming from the very platform all of you talk to us from. Please let each and every one of you check their background. There is much distractions. Please.
Muted, no. Mine is muted.
Please.
I don't know where the noise is coming
Dr.
from.
Ejrika, I have always suspected their
My own is
background.
not talking, that's from you.
Okay, I mean, Dr. Ejrika, I have always suspected their background because he's blinking.
No, not from my own side.
Yeah. No, I mean, Dr. Ejrika, please. Okay, now, Dr. Gamba, move on.
No, I'm not listening to anything. I don't have nothing.
Okay, Dr. Ejrika, go on, please. Sorry, Dr. Gamba, please. I mean, Dr. Gamba.
So this is the aspect of it I am not happy with. Anybody is free to visit anywhere they want to, and they communicate and commune, relate with their people wherever. But when they are doing that, they should be a little bit insensitive or sensitive of their surrounding by where think and what I'm quite sure if he did not wear that piece of clothing, I don't think they because that gave him out. Anyway, that's what I want to say.
But
Okay, excuse me, hold on, please. Please, hold on, please. Before you come, let me read it. Excuse me, before you read out something. I mean, before you come in, Dr. Professor, let me read out what somebody sent in right now. He says, I am not Igbo, but I am sympathetic to the Igbo cause. Enough of the mob thing and propaganda. You Igbos need to use intelligence now. You guys need to have a timeline plan, not shouting every day Biafra with propaganda. Initially, we were all sympathetic to IPOB, but as at now, we cannot support this group. Igbos need new and sound intellectual people at the moment. If Biafra even comes today, IPOB will be dictators. He says good night. from Okaro.
Mr.
I just
Mr.
read out.
Kenna.
I read out what somebody sent in. So go on, please, from there.
Mr. Kenna.
Yes.
Go ahead. Everybody has right.
Mr. Kenna.
Yes.
Please, can I come in?
Yeah, come in, please. Come in.
You see, one thing we should not do in
What is happening?
our struggle for Biafra is this. You see, I have listened to Mr. Echezona from Japan, and he nailed it. Every time you listen, he says things as they're supposed to be. And I quite disagree with the submission of Mr. Egenba. First of all, we should understand one thing. It is a freedom. It is a choice. Ike Ekwemadu is a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He's not a senator of Biafra. So he has the right to put any regalia he feels like wherever he's coming. It is my choice to believe in Biafra or not to believe in Biafra. And it is your duty to convince me into that belief. You get me? I might decide that I don't want Biafra. It is not my choice. So for us to draw people to our sympathy or to draw people to our belief, you have to convince me into that belief. Now that a mom has attracted Kekwemadu, is that how you convince him about Biafra?
That's the question.
The issue is that it's making money at our backs.
Okay.
It's making money at our expense.
Okay. No, sir. Sir, excuse me, sir. Nobody is sure. We want sufficient evidence. We want sufficient.
Why not
evidence.
mobilize yourself and
Sir.
vote him out?
Sir, we want
somebody
exactly.
that will not
We
make
want
us
sufficient
back.
evidence. Okay, hold on, please. Please hold on.
Vote somebody.
Somebody is online. Please hold on. Please, somebody wants our line to call and talk to us. Please, gentlemen, hold on. Our brother, our neighbor, Ese Okorare Osol. You want a number? If you are listening, take this number down. +49 1 5 2 1 3 9 9 9 6 8 1. I repeat, +49 1 5 2 1 3 9 9 9 6 6 8 1. Lastly, I repeat, and with emphasis, +49 1 5 2 1 3 9 9 9 6 8 1. Okay, that is it. Thank you so much, and back to you, gentlemen and ladies. The Honorable Ezebiro, you were saying something. Yeah, random.
So, sir, Mr. Ikenna,
Yes.
so as I was saying, the people who attack Kekwemadu in Nuremberg forget what Nuremberg stands in international reputation. In international law, we respect this city called Nuremberg. So you should not attack someone in Nuremberg because in Nuremberg, that's where the trial of all the World War criminals started.
Exactly.
Where we have the international human rights emanated from. So that is not the center. Another point we should understand is Ike Ekwemadu was coming, like I said before, as a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You know he's a senator and you invited him. And were you expecting him as a serving senator to wear Biafra regalia?
Who is talking about that?
And that's the question.
Please, allow him to finish. Please. Don't let it hold on, please. Don't let it hold on. Let Honorable Ezebiro come down.
Biafra has no traditional regalia.
Yeah. Okay. Excuse me.
On that. Biafra is Isiago. Isiago is not Biafra regalia.
Thank you.
Isiago is also go home. Let us not go there.
Okay, thank you so much, Professor.
Isiago is not Ogo.
Biafra has no regalia. Isiago is not Biafra.
Ogo is Benin culture. Let me advise you. Ogo is Benin culture, not Igbo. Igbo is Owerri.
No, sir, we shall come to that.
Go to London Colonial Museum. Outside this,
Somebody is talking. I let that person
Okay,
finish.
sir.
I think Sam is
We are not arguing, and you are talking of the regalia.
Regalia, sir.
Adopted regalia, not the origin.
Exactly.
It was
Exactly.
Dr. Pegema that brought in regalia.
Regalia.
So let's
And the Honorable Barrister Ezebiro is saying no to that. Honorable Barrister Ezebiro is giving us a counter argument.
My point is this. My point goes ahead. In the Queen, I refer to the law now. In the Queen and Item 1976, I said what a justice said. He said just such an action they took, in which they stand and attack a sovereign senator, the law condemns it. He said a cause of public condemnation, and I have written to condemn this. A lot of people have written to justify it. This is not what we are known for. And whoever buys that idea of attacking the politician and attacking, it does not give us Biafra. Like people wrote, we have followed so much of this propaganda. Okay, the person giving the order that the whole politician should be attacked. Please, can somebody give me the difference between him and the politicians themselves?
Thank you, sir.
It is high time Biafrans come to a forum where they have knowledge and understanding, because there is so much going on. Many people don't even, they just see a moving boat or a moving bus, they just jump in. Don't ask the destination of the bus. You get to be rational in everything you do. You have to be objective. You want me to jump into the bus? Where is this bus going? That is what they should have convinced Ekuremadu in Germany when he got there. Brother, join our bus. Where is your bus going? Our bus is going to so place. You cannot force him to join your bus by mobbing him, by breaking him up, by tearing up his clothes. That action is uncivilized. That action is barbaric. That action is anti-Biafra. It is anti-Igbo. We must call a spade a spade. It is struggle for Biafra. Secondly, Biafra is going to be a democracy. That is true. But your foundation is becoming despotic. What are you? Who want me to join? Completely nothing. I will not join such a trend. I am coming out from a trend that was leading me to the gas chamber. And you want me to join another trend that is leading me to Stubbible or Oswiz? Come on.
Okay, please, Honorable, hold on. Hold on. There's a caller. Please, there's a caller online. Hold on. Hello, our caller online. Please introduce yourself and then talk to us. We have already had the discussion. Yeah, go on, please.
All right,
and where you're calling from?
My name is SK.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to say something very important to everybody here. I'm not Igbo, happy, but my life has been around Igbo people. My wife is Igbo. My best friend from school is Igbo. My best friend I'm wedding was Igbo. I have Igbo cousins, but my uncle got married to somebody from ENUGU. I have cousins from Oka, so I'm also Igbo kind of. But I think something is fundamentally wrong. Very wrong. Let me start from the last election. If with the kind of command that Nnamdi had, we all wanted, okay, this is somebody that commands a lot of respect among the Igbo people, at least among the youth. Even though many people had their doubts, but many of us that were not even Igbo, we were like, okay, this is a good person who can command a lot of respect, and it can bring a lot of people together. And Nnamdi made one great mistake, saying that nobody should go out and vote. I think you need to be wise and sensible when dealing with Nigerian government. You cannot use force on them because they don't really care about human rights. You just die for nothing and life goes on. And you know Nigerians, we don't really care. Something happens today, next day we are all moving forward. So you need to engage your intellect. You need to be very sound. You need to call people that are thinkers. I was expecting Nnamdi Kanu and maybe some other people to come together to float a political party, right? To vote out all the things that you want at the moment, you want people the ones you are beating now, then have your men that are sympathetic to your cause in the National Assembly, in the State Assembly, as governors, as councillors, so that when you speak with one voice. You don't come out today, you shout Biafra, and tomorrow the man from ENUGU, the governor from ENUGU say, no, don't try it to my place, or the man from Agas, don't even bring it to my place because you don't have the men in the hell of affairs. But if you have chose a political party and articulate your plan, your vision, your mission, and everything, and every day you keep hammering it in National Assembly, one day you get what you want. There's no way there used to be a referendum in Nigeria for Igbo people to leave without passing through the National Assembly. It will never happen. Never happen. You have to pass the National Assembly. So how do you do this? Why create enemies? Every time can come back to you, stop all of us that's not Igbo people. Because I don't know what the thing is. To stop people, you have to convince people to join your cause. You understand me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we're hearing you. Go on.
Yes.
We are hearing you.
Convince people to join what you have to convince people to join your cause. You have to talk to people, create friends, stretch hands of friendship to people so that you can get what you want. You don't get what you want by being violent or using mob action and trying to report everybody and take a piece of anywhere that comes out. Who is going to speak for you at the political level? Who will speak for you at the political level? The beating of the ground pained me to my bones. I felt like crying for days. I was thinking, how do you do this to a man that had behind the scenes? I know I have friends in Abuja. I know what happened. Within 14 hours to get bail for Namkan. And you pay him back by beating him. Then tomorrow you speak about the upper of Kremadu. What do you try? If I Kremadu, and you make sure I call my bodyguard or whatever to beat you up if you mention Biafra inside my ears. That is what they are creating, and which is not good for the cause of Biafra. You need intellect right now. You need people to come together like a think tank, start create plans. You don't just shout every day on social media. You shout to give people a mind. I have a guy that comes to repair stuff in my office, a plumber that comes to my office to repair my plumbing work in my office. You used to hear this man saying he's been brainwashed. He does not think normal anymore. Anything that kind of thing is like what to do, it's like Bible to him. He uses it so much. And that is what people have to stop. People have to bring thinkers. Thinkers, you have to think. People that can think. Not people that have to just move. Like hey, everybody move this way, everybody move this way. It's not going to give you guys anything. You're going to create a monster among people. And by the time, like I said earlier, by the time you get Biafra, you guys must have created a monster and be a bigger problem for you to deal with. So I think you guys need intellectual people at the moment to come together and have think tanks and stop the fighting of each other. You have to think, and come up with a plan. It might be a 10-year plan, a 20-year plan. You can say, for the next election coming in 2023, we will register a political party. Can we make the entire Southeast have just one party and everybody is together in tune, educate your people more and more and more? You know, I think you can go about it legally and legitimately. And Nigeria government will not have any option than to listen to this. Because I think if you go through this by beating people, they don't get anything. I think they want to start a war with Nigerian government. See what happened with the Python dance. It's going to repeat itself and nothing happened. I was very moved on that because this week, we moved on as a country. And that's how Nigeria is. Anything happens today, the next day everybody moves on. We are already in that frame of mind already. And it's difficult. So I think Igbo people need to come together and think. Don't use your mob action or propaganda anymore. Propaganda is not working. It's just come to social media because it's not working. You have to think. You need strategy. You need plan. Strategy and plan to achieve what you want. I think I'm done.
Thank you so much. Thank you 1,000 times, our brother Esse, addressing us from Port Harcourt. I think we have ears, we have heard. You have really hit the nail on the head. You have pointed out some of these problems that, bedevil our own Igbo Biafran society. We have intellectuals here, professors are here, doctors are here, barristers are here, gentlemen are here, captains of industries. They have listened to you. It is left for us now, like our brother advised us. Let us make use of our brains. The time for propaganda. The period of propaganda is gone. Let us forget propaganda. Something you say today, tomorrow, next tomorrow, it comes, nothing happens. Why do you keep on repeating? Let us forget propaganda and engage ourselves. Let us use our brain. We have everybody. We have any type of individual in our society. Let us make use of our brain and forget propaganda. Propaganda can never achieve Biafra. Let us be honest to ourselves. Even if you like to beat every Biafran, it cannot give us Biafra. What will give us Biafra is engagement. Constructive engagement is what will give us Biafra. Outside that, nothing more. Thank you very much, our brother, for the time you have taken, talking to us. Of course, we still have many of our people there. Jude Chijoke is still in Lagos joining. Sunday Oti in Lagos equally. Bright from Owerri, Valentine, Port Harcourt, and a lot of others. Of course, the floor is still open. Say your mind. We are here to seek advice. Our people are listening. Go on.
This is Jude Chijoke.
Okay, Jude, over to you.
Go on?
Yeah, go on.
Thank you very much, Ikenna. I think I will simply make it, I will go straight to the point. If you are opportune to run a pages where Biafrans, write in and they air their opinion, I think you should be able to understand that there is a very big mixed reaction in regard of this incident that happened in Nuremberg, Germany. Honestly speaking, a lot of people are not happy with it. But the point is, there are better ways to protest. I don't think not by attacking not by attacking the center, in an open event. So, on my own opinion, I think when someone is angry, when someone has been frustrated, when somebody is expecting something and it's not going the way they planned, I think there is a tendency that the person will choose the option of violence. I think that is just the simple way of I can analyze that. But my own advice always remain, please, nobody should push for any arrest of the leader because the problem is coming from the leader. When we talk of the people being given instruction order to go and attack or kill people, the main problem is from the leader. Forget the followers, most of them are just under oath. They thought that what they were doing is the best. So for me, I believe ignoring him, if we should ignore him, I think that should be the best. Because the last time he was arrested, I could remember what happened. A lot of people were saying that if they should release him, that Biafra is going to come, that this and that is going to get Biafra. But eventually, we have not seen the way it is today. He is now free and nobody is holding him captive. So, the way he wants to get Biafra is by ordering the beating of senators and the governors. So, the question remains, will this beating and then beating and beating, will the beating give us Biafra? No. It's very simple. It can't get us Biafra. The last time he was arrested at the same time, a lot of our people were killed. We saw both on the area of protest, in the area of where they were defending the way they believe is their leader, they were all slaughtered and killed like an animal. So I'm simply, I don't know how to really connect this, but I simply don't want him to be arrested because I don't want our people to be killed on that manner in anymore. So if this is how our people will be alive to see Biafra, so be it. Let them continue with whatever they were doing, but what we should know that there should be a contingency plan on how to handle or manage such kind of people in future. Because I can assure you that this is not the best way to go. It is what we have gotten from Nigeria. It is out of the frustration that Nigeria have frustrated, the Biafran people in general, that that resulted in all this. So it is a very, very, shameful act, but we must have a way to manage it. A lot of people were happy to see Biafrans condemning such kind of open, act, simply because they know that that is not the right way. By the time they see Biafrans condemning such, they were like, yes, I thank God that there are other groups. It is only one group that committed this particular act. So I think it does not reflect the real opinion of the Biafran people in general and the Biafran government. I think that is my own opinion.
Thank you very
And
much.
thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much, Chijoke. Thank you immensely for that your own contribution. Of course, Valentine Ugoji is in Port Harcourt. Valentine, I don't know if you have something to say. Valentine Ugoji, Port Harcourt.
Yes, yes, Ikenna, thank you very much. I welcome all Biafrans all over the world. This is Valentine Ugoji from Port Harcourt. What we are discussing tonight, what happened in Nuremberg, Germany, is quite unfortunate. Ike Kweremadu, as we see, is a senator, and is a senator in Nigeria, not in Biafra. So I believe he has the right to put on any clothes of his choice to any occasion. And let us look at this. Ike Kweremadu did not go to Germany on his own. He was invited to give a keynote message on that Iriju occasion in Germany. So he did not just fly out to Germany. No, he was invited. Now, when we look at the course we are into, it's just like a battle. But we need a mental excellence to win this battle. It's a battle we need to be very careful in whatever we do. The way we speak, our actions, our reactions, our interactions with people. We need to make use of our mind to get to where we are going to. And we know that our mind functions in many ways. When you are talking of information assumption, the memory, imagination, and reasoning. Now, when you come to reasoning, you should ask yourself, what and what has Ike Ekweremadu done in the cause for Biafra? But in the first place, one thing I want us to understand is that everybody must not be a freedom fighter. Everybody will not come out to say, I am fighting for Biafra. But when we get Biafra, everybody is a Biafran. That is how it is all over the world. Now, we need to try to sell this product to the senators, to the governors, and what have you. Because they might not be interested in my Biafra or in your Biafra. But I have to convince them, to make them know the reason why they have to join me to fight for Biafra. And I believe those in Nuremberg have not done this. None of them have called for a single meeting, telling our people the need for them to join the struggle or the need for them to support the struggle. Even the leader or any of them has not called any leader in the southeast or south to tell them, please, we want you people to support us or to join this struggle. So I don't see any moral justification in the attack of Senator Ike Ekweremadu. Because if you had done that, at least maybe, and he joined you, I will say maybe you are attacking him as your member. But he is not your member, you have no right to attack him. Ike Ekweremadu stood his ground because Nnamdi is an Igbo man. And he made sure he did everything possible to make him come out of prison. But what they used to pay him back is to attack him in Germany, which is very wrong. I want to make us to understand that what we are fighting for is to secede from Nigeria. And for us to secede, there are principles we have to follow. There are things we need to do. There are things we don't do and there are things we do. It's either you are a violent organization or you are a non-violent organization. Now, if you claim you are a non-violent organization, you follow it non-violently, because when you start attacking people, you've left that non-violent and you have become violent. The world will begin to see you as a violent organization. Now you begin to give orders, you have list of people you will beat, those you will kill, those you will maim one way or the other. No, it is wrong. Those things will never give us Biafra. If you like, beat all the governors, you will not get Biafra. If you like, restrict them from traveling, it cannot give you Biafra. You must follow those principles. So I want to tell our people tonight that that action is not right. It is condemnable. Even if he is putting on a cloth that has Nigerian coat of arms, he is a senator in Nigeria. He is not a senator in Biafra. So he has the right to put on anything he feels like. So please, what I want to say tonight is this. Please, we know that our leaders, one way or the other, they are not doing well. Fine. But that should not make us to start beating them outside the country. It is shameful. It is not the way we respect our elders. We don't insult our elders. We can advise, but we don't insult. So please, what we need is Biafra. And we must follow it step by step until we get to where we are going to. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I want to chip in something before I call on Professor Chidide Abodike. I remember earlier on he said there are people with him in the house who would like to say one thing or the other to Biafrans, at least by word of expression of their own individual or group predicaments. Now, when Dr. Jirka made a reference to the Cameroonian parliament, how some parliamentarians from Ambazonia, Western Cameroon, stood their ground on the floor of the house and asserted their right as a group. Now, the boldness of that particular parliamentarian did not help matters. It never moved the Cameroonian government under Paul Biya or controlled by the other side of Cameroon. Now, for the very fact that every move made in the parliament could not yield any particular dividend, the group that was in the front line took up arms to challenge the Cameroonian government. They took up arms. Right now, we had expected any group that is disenchanted with our own parliamentarians, any group that felt not satisfied with what the senators are doing. I'm not trying to stand for senators or whatever. No, I'm just being objective now. If there is any particular group who is so much passionate about Biafra, if you discover or realize that our senators are not doing our biddings, for the very fact that the defense fund had been contributed and other funds, the immediate option that we incorporate, enforce everybody into the Biafran project is to take up armed struggle. That moment, nobody will go to the Senate again. That moment, nobody will go to the House. Everybody will now be in the battle line. This is what we had expected IPOB to do when the senators had failed. For the very fact that you are in possession of a defense fund, why not take up arms? As preached earlier. Look, let us call a spade a spade. I would like a situation where we have to assume some sentiments. I know we are here for objective reasoning, and I so much commend the contributions of different countries. But that is true, it's good. But then, let us calm down sometimes. Let us avoid propaganda. If you know you have nothing to offer, in this Biafran struggle, drop the microphone and stop deceiving our people. Not chibanos or day by day, one promise to the other. Come on, how long shall we continue to feed ourselves with vile propaganda? Have we forgotten 3 months of Biafra? Have you forgotten this? I've forgotten. There are a lot of promises. At the end of the day, to the next level. How does it end? If you know you have nothing to offer, stop venting your anger or passion on any Biafran individual. Everybody can never agree to Biafra project. That's absolute. Just like if you go to North, there are some Fulanis or Hausas who are saying, Buhari, allow Biafrans to go. We don't want them again in Nigeria. Allow Biafrans to go. There are even some intellectuals who want Biafra to go. Remember sometime last 2 years, we interviewed the former governor of Kaduna State, Alhaji Barare Musa. When Barare Musa was talking to us here, he said, look, if federal government does not want to accommodate Igbos, the option is allow them to go to their own Biafra. I repeat, Alhaji Barare Musa, while he was taking questions from us 2 years ago on this Voice of Biafra International said, and he was unambiguous, if the Nigerian government does not want to accommodate the Igbos to take up the presidency of the nation and what have you, they should allow Biafra to go. That was a Hausa man. Did the Hausas kill him? Not so long ago, on 3 different occasions, Professor Ango Abdullahi was a guest. He said, look, that we have to sit on a round table and discuss how we share national assets. If Biafra wants to go, let Biafra go peacefully. And then we share national assets. He's a Hausa man. Alhaji Shetima Yerima was also our guest some time ago, and he was unambiguous that he is not against self-determination, but let us do it in a way that there will be peace. Because when there is war, all these big men will run away. The poor people will die. These are houses. How it can never get uniformity anywhere? It's practically impossible. It's impossible. Everybody can never agree to Biafra. Likewise, everybody can never agree to one Nigeria. There are some houses, some Yorubas who are, sympathetic to our cause. Similarly, it exists everywhere. Not if somebody does not want to agree to your own opinion, they begin to bulldoze their word. Look, we find it intolerable in Biafra land. It's unacceptable. Say your own mind. We believe in what is called autocracy. Say your own and let others say their own. You can never bulldoze everybody into accepting your own ideology. It's unworkable. It doesn't happen that way. We have given some people enough chance to prove their worth. What happened? At the end of the day, Chipanozo, from one excuse to another. Today, having fed in 3 months of Biafra, oh voila, nobody will come to Europe. Nobody will come to America. How does it help Biafra? If you say nobody will come to Europe or America, then go to Biafra land, let us see you. If you say they can't come to Europe, otherwise they'll be beaten or whatever, then go to Biafra land and get arrested. It's 1-1. After all, who is in charge? The person loitering abroad or the person who is standing at home?
I still have one thing to stipulate.
Yeah, so excuse me, sir, let me come down. Those at home are in charge. Let us be honest to ourselves. If you are loitering abroad, issuing orders, those at home are doing what they want to do. There's nothing you can do about it. Because they are the people taking the shot. They are suffering. So let us respect those at home in whatever ramification, and not to subject them to whatever you think that you can do. No, it doesn't happen that way. It doesn't happen that way. Let us call a spade a spade. If you have fed, say you have fed and get out of the way. Let others take over. You cannot continue to dish out promises or promises that fail at the moment of fulfillment. And then you keep on talking and talking. We don't believe in propaganda. We have spoken enough on radio. Let us go back to the drawing board and then use our intellects to do what we want to do. Professor Chidede Abodike, please. Some people are with you. You told us they want to address us. Yes. You said they want to address us, please, Professor Abodike.
Yeah, I want to say one thing.
Okay, please. The floor is open.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Ken, because I've done a lot. I want to just say this because very soon we start supporting him again as usual. I want to make it clear here and make it clear what we are facing now in Japan. Yeah, now the guy is coming to Japan next month. And they inform us at the Igbo Union meeting, and we are welcoming him. And already we have been supporting them in everything that is. But there's this problem we are facing now with IPO, which I want everybody to hear, because tomorrow people will start talking. We have an event, which we have fixed date on 22 of next month, 22 of September. And they are having 50 million yen launching in Japan under IPOB. And they fixed the same date on 22 when we fixed our own date. We have fixed this date this last year. And now they are asking us to cancel our event, which are fixed and printed the flyers and the invitation, which is very difficult for us. And now they are not even talking of debate or how to discuss it. They are making it that we must, by all means, cancel our event because of program and the kind of. And when we are trying to reason with them, they are telling us that they are killing our people in Nigeria and we are doing evil events in Japan. Then the question is this: what do we have to do, all of us in Japan, to protect what is happening at home? Do we stop our work, stop everything we are doing because of what is happening in Igbo land? I'm saying this because tomorrow people will come up to justify nonsense. We have been supporting them, we have been sending people whenever they are having a target or other events, supporting them with a lot of money. But this time around, it brings us autocracy on us that we must cancel our event because of COVID-19. And this is the event we have printed the invitation and shared to the whole people that are supposed to be in that event. Now, today is 26. If we should cancel the program, we are going to have less than 1 month. How are we going to do it? It's still causing serious trouble now. Because that day, they may attack us, just accuse us of being Igbo festival in Japan. Accuse us of being against Biafra. Because we now the kind of program, we're having events. It will be the same thing that happened to the Korean. So why I'm saying this is this. Because our people like to support people just to cover up. Or some of cowards among us who is afraid of attack. They love to support such a thing. It has not done anywhere.
And you see, excuse me, excuse me, you see, since many people voted away from bim-massob, Uwazirike has never gone after any of them. Uwazirike has always allowed them to exercise their freedom of association of speech, of movement. He has never assaulted or insulted anybody. He says, let everybody express their own individual or group opinions for the healthy progress of Biafra. So if Uwazirike has not done this, how come that a particular individual will just emerge from the blues to not to over? Look, I don't know why this is simple.
Let me finalize.
Okay.
That's how it's supposed to be. When we are running away from Nigeria because of injustice, and now you are bringing the same injustice to your people. Here in Japan and here in Germany, everything goes according to how it's supposed to go. Even if you're a minister and you went to a supermarket to buy something, you have to queue on the line. Even when a kind of man is in the first line, even when every other person is, you have to queue on the line and wait for your turn. And this is the type of Biafra we want. And now you have the event. You see that somebody else has this before the event. Now you are trying to intimidate him, you are trying to push him, you are trying to do everything humanly possible to stop his own, in order to do your own. Is that not the same problem we're having here? Where there is intimidation. When they will push you to do what they want to do. When the leaders take themselves as God. It is something. That is the problem we are running from. We are still bringing it back to reality. Trying to show you are not at all. We don't want such a thing in Biafra land. We want a situation whereby even if Mr. President wants to go and buy something as commodity, he has to be on the line like others. He can't push other people out and think him to be a freedom fighter. Those things you want to be in Japan, you have to start practicing it. We fixed a date already. Before you fix your own, the same date. Then what is what's your plan? You have to give us that respect. So that if you're talking about injustice, somebody will listen to you and find a way to address it. But if you do it to other people, expect it to be done on you at the same time. So let me talk here now because I don't want to bring this because tomorrow people will start shouting that some people in Japan don't like Biafra, they don't want Biafra to come, they don't support Biafra. So we have been supporting everything. But this time around, it happens that the event is coming up and they brought up their own event and trying to force us to cancel our own, just to do their own event. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Echezina, for that information. It is for those who have ears and we believe they have heard. You don't stagger from one place to another to impose your will. It's never done. It is never done. But one thing I know is that we have men. We have men in Japan. We have men in Japan. That's all I can say. Now, Professor Chidede Agbonike, you said that some people that want to address us, people with you in the house, they want to express their individual or group predicaments as their experience in Biafra land. Professor Chidede Agbonike.
Let me tell you what goes on here a little bit. As I said earlier, there's a little bit of hunger in the land. We depend mostly on food from the north, our rice, our tomato, which my sister is listening to me is really majority of our yam, our cows, and the rest of them. And we are told not to eat cows, but there are no option for that. I suggested we start growing grass cotton sheep. So I'm already raising so many ranches. I'll start another ranch again in Newi tomorrow. We have ranches there. We have piggery. We have all kinds of animal husbandry. My farm in Anaco is 1,856 hectares of rice. We have farms in other places. We're able to develop how to use only one tuber of yam to plant 400 plus of land, one tuber of cocoyam to plant 400 plus of land using what they call silicon sand system, which I'm not supposed to expose here. We've been able to do research on organic manure. We have what they call bioorganic manure here because artificial fertilizers are killing our crops, are killing our land, are killing, there's no more crickets, no more butterflies, and all the termites are all gone. Now, this is a battle we are fighting, but what majorly I've been able to get is that I can now give land to anybody for 25 to 35 years free, any size of land in almost major Biafra lands. You are free to sign it. I've gone to the people because we heard that they're giving some people $11 billion to buy up our land. So I'm taking over the whole land. I'm begging and asking anybody who is interested in investing in the land to come and take the land free. You don't pay me any money. So the only thing you do is at the end of farming, you pay 20 to 35% to the indigens. I mean, to the indigens after meeting the community or where the land is. We have farmland in ENUGU. I can give you 3,000 hectares of land. In Anaco, I can give you 3,000 hectares of land. I'm not asking you to give me money. I'm not interested in your money. I say if you have a brother or sister or anybody, those of you in the diaspora, they can meet with me and go to the farm. I will train the farmers free of charge. I will train you on how to use herbs to treat human beings. We have done researches on cancer, diabetes, and all other terminal diseases. We have developed cures for them. And those of you who are medical doctors among us, you can come and learn how to add herbal mix to get people healed out of the sickness they are. Okay. This is the present situation in Biafra as far as food and health is concerned. And we believe in the next 3, 4, 5 years, depending on what the rate we're going, we can sell a bag of rice. 1,000. I started
Okay.
3, 4 years ago.
Prof, excuse me. Take a question. Recently.
Am I very fast?
No, I don't want. I want to ask a question. You take it up from there, please.
I wanted to conclude that we started with when penta of Gary was 400 to 500 naira.
Let me say in the last days, a tunnel was discovered somewhere in Enugu State, between Enugu and the EBONYI, where Fulani herdsmen kidnap people and hide them, torture them. The question is this: in what way does situations like that affect this farming? Number two, after producing all this agro material, I mean foods, produce, and what have you, are there moves you are making towards making sure that they are well preserved for the interest, for the future, and for exports?
Okay. Presently, we are trying to develop storage houses. But for now, we don't even have enough. For example, I have order for 13,000 metric ton of corn, that is oka, maize, every 3 months. I can't even bring 10,000 metric ton.
Yes.
What I'm saying, the demand is higher than what we have. We can't even supply. So before we get to that stage, we are gradually building storehouses, and we're going to use the keyboard system. We're gradually building storehouses where this thing happens. So we're also doing researches on how to preserve them, or how to turn some of them into powder, like cocoyam, cocoyam powder.
Yes.
We can powder it and send it abroad. Those of us in abroad can use to make curry for their soup.
Exactly.
And we are working as much as the strength of woman can carry. But what I'm saying is that the tunnel we found out, this is my suggestion. The best way to fight an enemy is the defeat of government is surprise attack. Don't let them know you are coming. Let's assume that all the farmlands were taken over and we deploy official security permitted by the Nigerian government into our farmland. It becomes more difficult for us to be attacked unknowingly. If these bushes were occupied, I don't think there will be a space. But because these lands have been fallow for more than 40 years, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of hectares of land, these people find hiding places. And when those hiding places are found, now we start suffering. Most of us do not know that such a thing exists. But I may have small reports in Anako and other places where our farms has been attacked. However, it's not something I can say on air, but they will never come to our farms again. I want you to know that I believe in local use of protection. I believe strongly in what our forefathers have. I also believe strongly in religions surrounding me. But as I said, any man who is going to war must be prepared, both left and right and center.
Yes.
So we have never had any Fulani attacking any of our farms because they know that our farms have security.
Okay,
inside.
that's really good because last time when I watched social media, I saw a certain lady displaying onions, tubers of onions harvested in Anambra State. They were quite wonderful.
Yeah.
Cassava as well. I saw cassava harvested, corn, everything. Now, Prof, if we can have both processing and preservation machines equipment, I think we shall go a long way.
There was secret I want to tell all of you.
Yes. We shall go a long way.
Announce to you officially through English Apple. We have Apple in Biafra land. It's time.
I don't know if we have lost him. Prof, are you with us? Hello, Prof.
What a wonderful idea.
Okay, because Prof, like I was saying, even from corn, here in Germany, they make wine from corn, they make hot, they make animal feeds, those things human beings can eat from corn. So we hope, Prof, we're not getting you clear. No, Prof, we're not getting you. Change your position, please. Okay, while we're waiting to get Prof again, I don't know if our sister has something to chip in here because he's now close to Prof in the ENUGU State. Our sister Ebelechku and above. You have something to chip in there. Why you wait for Prof?
But Prof is still on now.
Yeah, honestly, we're not getting him. The service is failing completely.
Yeah, then you have to put him
Prof,
Prof,
Prof, excuse me, Prof, we're not getting you. Change your position. Professor Chidede Abodike, please. We are not getting you clear.
No.
Yeah. Okay. I think he's.
I just come in and again. Something went off.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So I was trying to point out that, like here in Germany, Prof, if so from
Yeah.
corn we plant, we harvest. Germans make wine, hot drink, animal feeds, human feeds from corn alone. They are what they
I'm
call
aware of that.
what they call this Irish potato. They make a lot from meat. Are there no possibility that if we have such thing in Biafra land, from corn, yam, cocoyam, all this, we shall also have varieties of food and drinks from them, Prof?
Yeah. I believe that. That's why we are into stage one. Stage two, those of us who have been trained or traveled abroad and acquired these skills, they can come home or send a means of getting these things done. But as I was saying before, cut off, English apple now grows in Biafra land and produces in Biafra land through grafting method, which we have successfully done.
So that's very encouraging.
So we are working hard toward that.
That's very encouraging. Honestly, that's very, very encouraging. I don't know, Sister Eberechku Adebog, you are close to a prof within that axis. What do you have to chip in there? What sort of encouragement do you have for Biafrans in terms of food production? Because I remember last time you talked about the ENUGU Abakaleke rice, which offers varieties, which is the best anywhere. So, what do you have to say in this regard before we call it a day?
You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, just like okay, if say somebody is really trying in terms of food work, like Anako, the Ayamelu community. If you know Uzu one, we are just at the same place with the Ayamelu community. The rice production that he talked about, or that yourself talked about too, the Abakaleke rice, the Adani rice, our people are trying. The challenge we have is more from those who are abroad. You understand? I am sorry to say, people talk, no action. Even little some of the people here are putting in to make things work. You people used to rubbish the lies and things. If you want to tell your brothers abroad, see, these are challenges where just tell you that the government have failed, the governors have failed, the senators have failed. As though even when we had Sam Mbakwe, when we had Jiwo and Co, that we were still having some challenges, So in terms of agriculture, our people are trying. They were constrained. There is no money. Our people abroad who have made it so, why not? No. Why not come and invest here? People are saying that we should stop eating Fulani cows. Fine. Where is the alternative? You know what religion did to our people as regarding our own cow. So we need to educate our people again. We need to and wash their brain for them to come in terms, to what is happening. So we need help. We are not saying bring money. We are not saying come and give anybody money. Just like what Professor Bodike is saying, there are lands. You can come and invest in agriculture. You can invest in maybe in factories and things. If you enter that, if you enter Anabu, and you want a expanse of land, and you start cultivating people, and you start making money. There are so many things that in the olden days that don't grow here. Them are growing here. The cabbage they are growing here on our land. So you people will need to help us in this propaganda. If we get this presentation, hunger. If we get Biafra in this present dispensation, hunger will take our people. And of course, you know that a hungry man is an angry man. We want to kill our senators, we want to kill our governors, we don't want their children to come abroad to study. But you people have your children abroad. We are living abroad. None of you are abroad. Training your children. So why not bring some of this technology? Why not bring some of this experience that you have abroad? Bring them home. So create employment for people.
Yeah, that is
May I
really
interject?
okay. Yeah, go on.
It is to recycle the same thing Caterpillar put. We are cultivating money. We are creating our own, just like during the war, we are able to make our own weapon. We are creating our own technology. We get a small motorcycle, go to welder, he wears the same thing the Caterpillar is pulling, and that's how we are farming here. And we are asking those who are sending money to their family, tell them to use that money to go and buy ordinary plantain. If you buy 600 plantain, in 2 years, you have something like 5 to 8 million naira. Stop throwing away that money. I was doing that when I was in US as well. When I was in Canada, Sweden, and other countries, I was wasting my money. Now we can tell your brother you are giving $2,000. That money can fetch you more than 2, 4, 5 million in 3 years. Let me train him free of charge. Let me give him land free. Let me give you those who work in the land, you pay them. You don't give me any money. I'm ready to serve. Let us feed our people. Let us have storehouses where food can be stored. Because if Biafra comes tomorrow and they cut off supply of food from us as they did during the war, we lost the war not because we didn't have the power, it's because there was hunger. It was hunger that killed 3 million people when they blocked food. I'm a living witness and I don't want to see it again.
Thank you so much. Let us take the last statement from Bright briefly before we call it a day. Bright, are you there? Bright?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, make your statement briefly before we call it a day.
Okay, well, based on today's topic, people have said much on it. And I stand by condemn whatever the group did to the for the money. To the last speaker, I really appreciate your effort that you are doing to make the surplus in the land. And what I would say is this, keep doing what you are doing. I appreciate that. Mr. Moderator, please what I ask you. Thank you for the time.
Thank you so much. Thank you, HS Odessa from Japan. Thank you, Joe Chijoke, Lagos. Thank you, Bright from Owerri. Ada Biafra, Dortmund, Germany, Valentine Ogoji, Port Harcourt, of course, Else, okay, our brother Else, who spoke to us from Port Harcourt, equally. Thank you, Professor Chinedi Abodike, the legend of our time. Thank you, Dr. Peter Ejike. Thank you, Dr. Chukuma Gemba from London and US, respectively. Thank you, Barrister Samale Zebiro from London. Thank you, everyone that has been part and parcel of this particular heated argument. Thank you, of course, Chief Dr. Rafa Wazeke for providing us this platform to reach out to the people. We thank every Biafran who has been part and parcel of this particular program. Hundreds and hundreds of you on the screen. I was not able to mention all their names because I was so much engaged, taking note of every discussion here. We so much appreciate your contributions. It's a mark of patriotism on the part of Biafra. And let us hope that our efforts shall never be in vain. For the very fact that divine providence for the highest of the highest is watching us. Let us indeed be hopeful that one day we shall step into Biafra land. That particular land that flows with milk and honey. And of course, we must never fail to appreciate Professor Chinedi Abodike in making sure that the philosophy of Buddhism goes around Biafra land. If a people are hungry, they are angry. Of course, Sister Rita Adbog said it. Even Ada Biafra in Dortmund equally wrote in to say, those who are hungry are equally angry. Let us provide food for our people so that we shall not have angry people in Biafra land to avoid some repercussions or consequences. Let every hand be on deck. To those who want to use brigandage to achieve Biafra, we say, sheathe their sword. To those who want to bulldoze people into accepting their own ideology, we say, stop there, because ours is an autocracy. We are building a society that will be beneficial to everybody, sufficiently beneficial to everybody. And when we use this particular spirit and achieve Biafra, mark my words, we shall live in eternal conviviality. But today, this is Ikenna Obibi Egono, your anchorman from the studios, Voice of Biafra International and the Biafra Broadcasting Authority. We say thank you and remain blessed. Until next time.
Jesus Matara, Yenile Gabale, Jesus Matara.